Heart Machine's Hyperlight Drifter is a nostalgia-filled time machine back to the late 80s and early 90s era of pixel gaming. It's an absolute modern classic beyond its time. Oh, and that gameplay? Yep, it's fantastic. Think of being a kid in the early 90s and playing Zelda on the Super Nintendo. And yeah, you're playing Hyperlight Drifter, because that's what it will remind you of. The only problem is that there's no story and absolutely zero direction on what to do in this game. I mean, I'm serious about this. The game tells you absolutely nothing. And because of that, you die a lot. You die quite a bit in the beginning. The game's not all about its combat. The scenery in this game is amazing. There are many times I just slowed my character down to a walk and took it all in. And there are other times when you just stop because you see two floating eyeballs in a pink tank. Beyond that, there's also a mechanic that lets you dash for an unlimited amount of time. That's if you can pull it off, because it's a very hard technique to learn. But that technique will come in handy for the best part of this game, which has to be the boss fights. The boss fights are amazing. And in an era that we live in now, where many people will think boss fights should just go away, these actually make you yearn for the past. These boss fights are incredible, ripped straight out of the 90s. And yep, you guessed it. Taking down a boss in Hyperlight Drifter is insanely difficult. It took me 2 hours to defeat the final boss, who's an absolute a-hole. I'll just come right out and say it. But when I beat him, when I finally took him down, the hype was real. I was stoked. And to be honest, that's how you feel most of the time when you can pull anything off in this game. And you know what? That is probably what made my experience so great. I couldn't tell you what this game was about. Its plot is really here nor there. You're a small, green, sword-wielding guy following a black dog who's causing a ton of trouble. I don't remember this game for that story. Not at all. What I remember this game for is the journey it took me on and the story I made for myself. The game didn't hold my hand in the beginning and say, here's how you do things. And it didn't hold my hand in the end either. What Heart Machine has created here is something special. It's not often that you can close the book on a game and say, I don't want to go back. My experience was the best it's ever going to be. And I'll say it now. Heart Machine, you've created a masterpiece. Next time on Digital Love.
Thora, öivirtynei partajamanut, äkki niistakas, al auvina fiel hitli, tuolanna.